Bet that they ain't good. Alright, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, baby, representing Team Kings of Games. And today I'm going to be doing some test hands for my SHADDOLL list. I got some combo videos done with Galaxy Eyes and Pendulum. And since I shared what I was pretty much willing to share for the time being, as far as combos goes on SHADDOLLs, and I've already got dual videos and deck profiles, figured the last thing remaining was test hands. And then we can restart the cycle of life on that again and just go back and order deck profiles, you know. I might reveal a couple more combos, but you guys are going to see what I do anyways with the test hands. So you guys are going to basically see the combos, you know. But yeah, I think after this I might, not literally right after, but I might just do like another sequence, like another deck profile, an updated profile, and then, you know, a duel, and then 1 or 2 combos, and then another test hand. Just keep doing it like that. But yeah, you guys, if you want to talk theory and everything, I might just do a theory video where I explain exactly how I came to this conclusion on the list and everything, and why it works the way it works, and why I play it the way I play it. And if you guys would like to support my channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you did, especially with times being right now. My PayPal, Patreon, and also Cash App link are in the description box below if you guys would like to donate to my channel, become a patron. I'm still figuring out how to like put content on Patreon, but I really do want to do special content for patrons only, where they get like access to different kinds of things that people ask me for that can't get it. Like, I want to make a certain kind of content that nobody can get unless they're a patron, just to show appreciation to the people that actually do that, because that's that's a big step, you know, and I'm grateful for that. And in addition to that, I do have Team Kings of Games t-shirts, mediums and larges. I'm trying to keep reminding myself every video to say that, so that, you know, you guys get an opportunity to buy them. I'm selling for $25 a piece. And if you're interested in the shirts, we can talk on Discord or possibly Facebook, and then I will basically, you know, we'll go through the address and all that afterwards. But if you guys are interested, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and get these test hands started. 60 cards, man. That's one of the things with 60 cards is shuffling. So I'm going to shuffle this half, because, you know, power shuffled, but still the deck was organized for a deck profile basically. And I don't want to draw triple math man or anything like that. I want to make sure all my 3-ups have been divided and shuffled properly. So I'm going to keep shuffling really good. And then let's go ahead and get to the hands. So test hand number 1. We do Dragon, Falco, Beast, Patchwork, and Hedgehog. Beautiful. This is an all dark dolls hand. So this one's going to be like, oh, what are we going to do? Alright, let's do this. Patchwork, Ash Pass. So Patchwork, get Poly, and Edge of Chain. Beast is really going to help us out. Beast and Hedgehog, those are exactly who I'm about to fuse with. I know for sure Hedgehog, I'm probably going to get the light attribute SHADDOLL. Or maybe I should get Windy, I'm not sure, because I do want to make Construct. I really do. So, beautiful. Now you guys can see this hand doesn't look like it's going to go off. We'll see, because I know for sure we're going to do some shenanigans here. So we're going to Poly, fuse those 2 off. I'm really glad that we opened with the not optimal hand, so you guys can kind of see exactly how this deck functions. Chain 1, Chain 2. We're going to draw. We drew an L SHADDOLL fusion. And then Hedgehog, I am going to search the light attribute SHADDOLL. Got lucky on that one, but I was going to search this more than likely anyways. And probably just normal the Edge of Chain, and then, you know, link it to a cross sheet. That's what we're going to do. Matter of fact, that's what we shall do. We didn't normal summon at all, so let's normal Edge of Chain. Oh, wait. No. Let's do this. Let's activate L. Let's fuse with him. And actually, we're in the new master role, so we didn't even have to put that up there. But yeah, let's do this. Fuse with her. And that. And let's go into our construct. Actually, she doesn't have to be in the extra monster zone, so we're just going to summon her there. Let's keep my extra deck somewhere close by where I can just grab it. And we're not going to do really any specific chain links. When this resolves, you know, we could just use the window to grab that back. So I guess you could be like fuse, chain link 1, chain link 2 to add that back, because when it resolves, it'll hit the grave, and then bam, add that back. Construct. We're definitely, I'll say, since the hand is not as incredible, I'm gonna dump the incarnation. Yeah, dump the incarnation, normal edge up chain for turn, link in the cross sheet. And then effective construct to add this back. 2, 3, 4. And so we could just do chain links. I'm kind of rushing through it, but I'll call my chain links chain link 2, chain link 1. And so 2 is going to add another patchwork for the next turn. And we have 5 cards in hand, so that's a pretty free cross sheep right there. Pretty free. And since I play mid-range anyways, this is kind of a board that I would like to end on, cross sheep with back rows. So it's funny that I didn't open the best hand, but I ended on a board that I prefer personally. You guys know this if you've been following my SHADDOLL content. I like to leave cross sheep on the field. I don't link it off rarely ever. So we can obviously activate this whenever we feel the need to summon her, do some chain links, and we'll use the cross sheep to bring back the hedgehog and, you know, resolve construct. You can disrupt your opponent with construct alone. You can DD Crow them or pop one of their back rows or just generate advantage. So since I really don't know what's going on, I would probably just, because my hand's not that optimal and I can't really go off, I would definitely use the construct to go ahead and send a Windy and activate the Windy's effect. And what I would do is I'll special Squamata, so then I can really just do anything that I want to do. So that's special to Squamata. And that gives me the choice that when I activate the L and I fuse, I can use Squamata to send either Aerial or I can send the Dragon. So this would be a standby play. On my opponent's standby phase, I would do the reincarnation, the incarnation. And honestly, when you fuse, you can just make window right here. Fuse these two. You know, whenever your opponent would activate something, a special summon, you can just fuse these two into a window. Or you can make Occolone or another construct, but, you know, just play theoretically. Make the window, and you've got some chain links going off. I would say this: if you don't need to disrupt your opponent with Squamata, because Squamata is just as good a disruption as this is, because you can send Dragon to pop, Aerial to banish. You know, those are pretty much your ideal disruptor main deck dolls. What you're going to continue to do is just keep building your resources, which is what I do with this deck. I just get main phase 3. And so what I'm going to do is, you know, do my chain link. So I guess Hedgehog would be chain link 2, because Squamata is kind of a bit more important. And so what I'll do with the Hedgehog is I'll go ahead and grab a copy of Windy. And then I'd use Squamata to send Core, and then I would use Core to go ahead and add L so that I can fuse next turn, even though I already have the patchwork in hand. And then whenever this board would get broken, you know, let's say like it does get broken, you would go ahead and add these 2 cards back from your grave to hand. So let's just say, you know, worst case scenario, everything dies. And if you didn't get OTK'd, which you had a window, so it's really hard to OTK, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand, and you're pretty much ready to go off again. And even if you don't have a light attribute in your hand, the beauty is you can actually use Occolone. You can make Occolone, link it off to Gravity Controller, and add Quadalis, or Kaios, I'm sorry, from your grave to your hand. Picture Core, you know, use Core to add a fusion back, and then Patchwork for your Poly in the edge of chain. Poly into another construct, and you're good to go. So yeah, that was, like I said, it was a bad hand that turned into something incredible because of, well, one thing, luck, and 2, playing the cards correctly after I got that 1 extra fusion, because it didn't really make much of a difference except for the fact that I could summon a construct, which is ideal with this deck. So yeah, now you guys saw, like, drawing a hand with all, and I was excited too, and I saw a hand with all Dark Dolls, so I'm like, yay! Now you guys, now you guys can see what I be talking about. But that was an Ash Pass too. It was like, dang, Ash Pass. So let's see. Ooh. So here's what we're gonna do with this hand. try to bait the ash, right? See if they ash that, and if not, it'll resolve. But if I ever draw both of them, I activate this first to pray that they ash. Like, yes, thank you for ashing. Then I can just activate this. But it's a test hand, so what I'll do is just activate SHADDOLL Fusion. Because you're going to get it back anyways. You want to do that just so you can, like I said, bait the ash. Summon out Colone in the... Yeah, extra monsters. Extra monsters zone? Yeah, extra monsters zone. And you're going to do Chain Link 2, Chain Link 1. So Beast is going to go ahead and draw. Oh, we drew the goods. Let's go. And then resolving that. So let's see here. We have some plays. Yeah, we really do. We have some plays. This is so good. Okay. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, got it. So, I can even goods just to get my light attribute, but I don't want to do that right now. I want to use my Windy to summon the aerial. That's what I'll do. I'll summon the aerial. Yeah, and I think I am going to go for that. Now I think of it, because I do want to do the combo. So at this point, what I would do is you can Foolish Bro Goods, dump the perfume, banish it. I'm just sequencing in my head. Search for the Lunalight Wolf. Lunalight Wolf is going to be the light attribute. So what you want to do is discard this, and you have Wolf in that to make the construct. Yeah, and that's the combo. Got it. Alright, so we'll goods. For Lunalight Perfume. You going P-Bag? Send Perfume. Banish Perfume. And go ahead and discard the Hound. And this is Lunalight Wolf. I just don't have one, so don't freak out and say Tiger's Band. Like, I already know that. Everybody knows that. This is supposed to be Lunalight Wolf. If you don't pay attention, you're still going to comment and say Tiger's Band. I'm going to be like, goodness gracious, pay attention. So we're adding the Lunalight Wolf that I don't have right now. And the next thing we're going to do is activate this, fusing with those. And let's put Construct. Yeah, we'll still put her up there. Why not? And we'll do Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. So Chain Link 2 is going to add core and discard core, because core is broken. And then Construct is going to send Incarnation. And then core is going to go ahead and add the SHADDOLL Fusion from grave to hand. And then... and then we're going to activate this. Actually, yeah, let's put her there, because I just had an idea. So yeah, we'll put her here, because we're not going to gravity control her now that I think about it. We're going to banish these two, target the aerial, activate aerial to special summon this from the banish zone, and then we're going to link those. Let's see here. I'm sounding like you now, babe. No. We're going to link those two flip effect monsters into Construct. Yeah, now I just realized that's a little bit better. So make those into Construct. And then we're going to activate Construct Fuse to another Construct. Chain 1, Chain 2. 2 is going to go ahead and add core back because core is broken. And then resolving Construct. Get some fusion materials for us to be able to play on our opponent's turn. So we've already got those ideally. Ooh, as a matter of fact, we don't need no fusion materials. We gonna do this right here. We gonna send that Incarnation. And let me double check, because I don't normally resolve Core's Graveyard Effect multiple times, so let me just double check. Yep, I'm good to go. So then I'm going to activate the Construct Link from Grave, send Core, and I'm going to add this right here. And this is SHADDOLL Construct and SHADDOLL Construct, so they do have different names. So the next thing I'm going to do is link those in the cross sheet. And I got my ultimate board, you guys. Cross sheet, 3 back rows. That's what I'm all about. Let's get it. You can totally combo off if you want, but this is how I like to play dolls right here. I can make anything I want. This can make something. This can summon Construct just to set off a chain reaction. Construct can then, you chain block, you do this, you summon out your Windy from the graveyard. Construct can just dump anything you need it to dump. If you want to disrupt your opponent's plays, you can send Aerial, you can send, shoot, you can send Dragon. It's totally up to you, but, we don't know what our opponent's doing, so let's just say, everything's fine and dandy. We'll go ahead and, honestly, get ready for our following turn, so we'll dump Hedgehog and add Squamata. So you can dump Hedgehog and add Squamata, so, because that's kind of like a standby play that you do on your opponent's standby phase, so you can get ready to interrupt them. So you have this ready, so when you actually fuse, you use the Squamata, for example, so that you can send any doll, so you can send Dragon or Aerial, because those are my main disruptors, outside of summoning like cards like Shikinaga and all that good stuff. So, obviously you'd want to pop that bad boy out, and you can activate L whenever your opponent wants to do something. Ideally, you could summon Window, but keep in mind you could summon any of these. So, let's say, for example, they're like, oh, Shikinaga is going to be handy. You can summon Sheki. You want to negate some cards. You can summon, Apollone. But obviously, Window. So you'll be fusing with these two. Or as a matter of fact, I'm sorry, you'll be fusing with this. Because that's what you want to do, is disrupt your opponent. And you have some chain links going on. This will probably just add that back. This can just send like Dragon to pop, or Aerial probably is more realistic because SHADDOLLs and Salmon Grapes. Triple DD Crow them, lock them out of special summoning. Your board's still nice. If you felt like this wasn't safe enough, then you would just keep the Squamata, and you're like, okay, I don't need Aerial. I don't need Aerial. So then you would fuse with this, and honestly, I would special Aerial off of her. Like, for a hindsight play, like let's say, you just had some hindsight play and this is what's going down, you'd be like, oh, bet, okay, I know I have 3 of these because I'm 3 stacks, so I can go in phase, effect, banish this and a construct to flip this on my opponent's in phase. I'm just playing. On my standby phase. Playing on my standby phase, flip this, so you draw for turn, flip this, special, effect. Ooh, we going off today. That's crazy. Or even better, you can just be like, first I activate Construct from Grave. Send my Winda to summon Construct. Winda effect, add SHADDOLL core. And then you're like, no, it's still not enough. Activate this. Boom. Target that. Flip. Special. Use this bad boy. Bring that back. Snowball out of control. Get so much resources. Kill your opponent. Outgrind them. Like you... Ugh. This is why we play 3 incarnations, so look, we done burned through them, and then we just like dump another one, and then add it back, loop-de-loop, man, and you've got game on board, like, I'm just really showing you how I play. Basically, I play my deck to continue setting my board up and resetting my board over and over and over. It's like a better Salamangreat that can OTK and put up crazy explosive negation boards and can also destroy people going second. It's like everything Salamangreat wished that it could be. And I don't need no counter traps or no rage. I've got Opcleon, I've got Winda, I've got Construct to DD Crow them, or just literally MST, their back rows. I've got an infinite grind game. I've got Shikinaga to negate monster effects. Opcleon to negate any spells or traps. I'm good. I'm good to go. I don't need, none of that salad dressing. So let's see. What's the timer on there? 10 minutes. Okay. And if you guys notice, none of these hands have really been optimal so far. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Oh, that's optimal. That's definitely. That's a skadoosh right there. That's a skadoosh. This is definitely an optimal hand. You got too much gas. So patchwork for chain and a poly. +1s are nice. Let's go ahead, since we want to make construct, right? Let's go ahead, normal math man. And we'll send the damage juggler. Man, shit. We also drew the 2-card combo, but we don't need it because we already have a fusion spell, so Why burn your resources? I'm gonna save those cute plays for later. Grab the Trick Cloud. I can combo off, but I'm gonna show you guys how I play dolls. I can totally make a broken field with this hand already. Like, I'm good to go. I really am. But I don't know, man. That just ain't me, man. So I would say this. Let's go ahead and activate Poly. Let's send Squamata and Trick Clown because that's full combo. Summon the Construct. These cards aren't even needed in your hand to do the board that you're about to make, but it's nice to have them. So we're going to have some Chain Links. Chain Link 3, Chain Link 2, Chain Link 1. Bring the Trick Clown back. Resolving both of these. We're sending 2 SHADDOLL cards. We're sending this. And we're sending Windy. We're going to special that off with Windy. And then we can take her and the Math Man. Link into Cross Sheep. Ooh, you know what? Before we do that, I just had a good idea. I was thinking about using Foolish Barrel Goods to dump shit on a core. Yeah. Now that I think about it, before I make Cross Sheep, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use Foolish Barrel Goods to dump shit on core. I'm not going to use its effect, even though that would have been a natural +1 for this, but we want the Trap Engrave. Effect, add core back. And let's go ahead and go bam. Incarnation and Construct, target aerial flip, bring back my Construct. Chain 1, Chain 2. Let's go ahead and bust out that Squamata. And then resolve her effect as well. Hands looking fat, hands looking good. We've got the fusion materials we need, so I'm sending Ellie, because we definitely need that Ellie. We don't even need to activate Ellie, because we can make Construct. So you could totally make Dweller, and you can make Dweller a fat Dweller too, because that's a water. Always keep in mind. Like, right now, even before continuing, you can absolutely do this. If you want to go heavy combo, right, you can just do this. That's a row 5, baby. Opal Dweller Winda. I told you this deck makes it like nobody's business, right? So, effect at that. You have your Winda, I promise you, because this is Winda, and this can special construct, get the materials for Winda. So, this is what everybody else would do. This is not what I do. So, this is what I do. That's there, that's there, that's there. So, we're back where we were. Alright, so your field's fat, right? We sent that to the grave, from the deck to grave off construct, so it's still there. So, what I would do, which is what I love doing, that's why this was summoning column number 2, so you don't screw that play up, is link these in the construct. This is what I love doing, because this gives me more follow-ups, because like I said, I'm playing mid-range. I don't want to make super crazy boards, I just want to generate advantage and pressure over and over and over until my opponent gets tired of it or they're wore out and don't have any more cards to play. That's how I play SHADDOLLs. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and activate the construct of Fusion Summon. And we're going to go ahead and fuse, actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and fuse her into another construct. Chain 1, Chain 2. So you're going to add this back, use her effect. We already have a trap, and we have the 3 back rows that I want. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and just give myself a crazy play just in case something happens. I can just SHADDOLL Fusion my opponent right out the water. So I'm going to dump SHADDOLL Fusion. And I'm going to activate SHADDOLL Construct from Graveyard to send this and summon her back. This is going to add SHADDOLL Fusion back. And remember, this is what I like to do, Cross Sheep Construct. These are both light attributes. So we can also do something really, really crazy. Okay, so we can do this too. Keep this in mind. So right now, we can activate SHADDOLL Fusion, fuse these 2 into a Winda, right? We can make a Winda. You know, that's going to resolve to get us that +1. And in addition to that, these are both light attributes, so we can make Union Carrier and equip it to Winda to just completely lock our opponent out. So remember, just so many options with what you can do with this deck and the boards you can make. I'm just going to play how I normally play. It's just because I can doesn't mean I will, and that's just the kind of player I am with dolls. Like, I'm not just gonna do all this crazy stuff because I can. I want to wait to see what I'm playing, so I know if it's gonna hurt them or not. I don't want to make some board that doesn't affect their deck. Like, I make Shekinaga board, they're playing back rows, or I make a window board and they're like, I don't even special summon, I'm playing Geist, for example. So I like to just kind of make hindsight plays. So I want to just set myself up to be able to protect myself so I won't get LTK, but also I just need to know what I'm playing against. I can make the same exact board just on the follow-up turn by stunning my opponent and just doing it that way. So this is how I like playing it. So this comes back, of course, there. And then obviously you just go these if you really want to. Because you've got all the back rows you need anyways. And Union Carry is an incredible card. So you can make your Oppo. Construct and El SHADDOLL Construct are different names. Just so you guys know, don't freak out. Add the SHADDOLL core. And you got double Construct Engrave. So it kind of sucks. You can still be, susceptible to certain things, but this is a pretty free board, and look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in hand. You've got every SHADDOLL spell and trap from your deck, and I think that you didn't really start with all of them, but you just kept doing your loop-de-loop. But these are ideal for my back rows, and this is just in case, I just sent this just to give myself a play, so that if I get not necessarily blown out the water, but my opponent finds some way to start fighting back and they pick my board apart, I'm like, I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. So yeah. That's a really optimal board. You still have all of this. You got all the shenanigans. You can just snowball and control because you're gonna do the same standard thing I do in my opponent's standby phase. You're gonna do your chain blocks, blah blah blah. Bring back Squamata so you can fuse with him and send core. I'm sorry, not core. Send Dragon or Aerial so that you can disrupt your opponent with Oppo. That and obviously Winda's gonna be coming. So she's gonna send something that's gonna come back. You've got this to make any fusion you want, and you've got L. So it's nice, you guys. It really is. That was an optimal hand, and I still didn't make a crazy board. Honestly, the Oppo was just like, why not, right? Have some form of protection. But if it was like the real 3 stacks wants to do this, just leave them there. That's what I do. Like, I just leave my cards there. I rarely ever commit to anything. I just wanted to get that extra spell or trap from grave. So like, you could have just made Union Carrier for no reason. I like leaving my board how it is. Like, I don't like linking Cross Sheep. I like to continue to use it as much as I can till it dies. Hopefully it doesn't die, so I protect it. And I like just leaving, like, this is gonna flow. This is just too much advantage. Like, your field, they're gonna have to break through your board while you're able to make another one on their turn. That's from the grave off Cross Sheep, but you still have an optimal hand. And also, this is really cool too. So you can do this right now. You can activate this, fuse with these two. Right? Fall off, you can obviously get that back. You can make window right now, do the edge of chain, get the Frankfurt patchwork. So you can end on the window if you want to, so that your opponent has to out multiple windows, because you obviously can make a window. Oh, whoops. The trap, I threw it in the grave for some reason. But yeah, you're still going to have these 3 back rows, which is really awesome. Really, it is. Like, this deck is crazy good. It's super fun. It's super savage. So I guess instead of Oppo, you can just leave the window and the construct. So you have like names. You can do Op Colonne. So much kind of like crazy stuff. I wish that L wasn't once per turn, so I can just fuse multiple times on my opponent's turn. Because if L wasn't once per turn, I'd be sending triple L off construct. I'd be like dump L. Fusion multiple times on my opponent's turn is nasty. But yeah, I think this should be it. I gave you guys enough juice. Yeah, let me check the timer on that. Yeah, that's good enough. I gave you guys enough juice. You got the gist. We drew 2 terrible hands and 1 optimal hand. And you guys saw what the optimal hand does. Like, how, you guys see now, you're basically inside my mind, and you see how I play dolls. I just can't shake it, man. This is how I want to play them. This is how I'm going to play them. I can totally do what everybody else does. I can do this. I can do this. And I can make this multiple times. This is kind of just, this bodies everything. Like, this, it just bodies everything except like back row. Back row, okay, cool. Activate, Incarnation, Summon Construct, Send Dragon, pop. And then just make the window. I mean, instead of window, just make the Apollone. Because you can make this turn 1 and still have Incarnation and El Shaddai fusion. Because I played more than one Incarnation, so I obviously can get a secondary copy. And then I'll have, you know, the Construct that can get summoned. So obviously that can be your one summon. They out your window, boom, window dies. You're like, oh, boo-hoo, wah, and then you summon Apollone after that to negate. And so this deck can do so much. It's crazy. And you make a fat Dweller because one of your materials is water. Ariel's a water. That makes it even better. The Dweller's strong in this deck. The Force is strong. But yeah, you guys, I'm going to go say a quick prayer before I end this video. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Jesus. Thy kingdom come, and thy will be done on earth, just as it is in heaven. Please give us this day our daily bread, Lord, and please forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, Father, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the glory, and the power forever. In the mighty name of Jesus, I pray. Thank you, Yahweh. Amen. And deuces is wild, yo.